Hi, I'm James McNeely. Come and join me by the fire as we discuss the request, otherwise known as the reciprocal teaching strategy. One major benefit to the request strategy is that it allows struggling readers to come up with their own questions to ask the teacher about the content. This will help them because creating their own questions gives them more autonomy and thus more investment in the learning process. We as human beings know that anytime we have more control over something, we're more invested in it. Another benefit to the request teaching strategy is that it allows struggling readers to take larger amounts of text and chunk them into smaller, more digestible portions. The way this works is that the teacher and the students will read a portion of the text at the same time. Afterwards, the students will have a chance to ask the teacher any questions about the text that they were wondering about. Then, the teacher and the student switch roles, and the teacher will ask the students questions that they prepared before class. These questions are likely more open-ended and more challenging. After reading each section of the text, we will move on to the following section, and the same exact process will repeat itself again. At a certain tipping point, as determined by the teacher or by the content matter itself, the students will, instead of asking questions, be asked to make predictions about what the text is going to say next. The reasoning behind this is twofold. Number one, it gives the students a chance to digest what they've learned and make an accurate prediction. The second benefit is that students will be engaging their higher faculties, climbing up the rung on Bloom's taxonomy, since making a prediction involves using more critical thinking than asking a question. As a teacher of mathematics, myself, Algebra 2 and Trig, we do not often read large chunks of text. But one way that I could decide to use this strategy would involve working with systems of equations. We would read a text about systems of equations, describing what they are, their real-world applications, and two common methods of solving systems, which would be elimination and substitution. We will chunk the text into 3 different sections. In the first section, we will read about what a linear system is and some of its real-world applications. In the second section, we will read about the strategy of substitution, and in the third, we'll read about the elimination strategy. After each section, the students will have a chance to ask me any questions about what they're wondering about, and I will answer. Also, for each section, I will have pre-prepared questions to ask them about the text. Finally, instead of making a prediction at the end, I will ask them to imagine a situation in real life where they might need to use systems of equations, or where this information might benefit them to know. At the very end, we will wrap up with a discussion and review what a system is and the 2 common strategies to solve it, substitution and elimination. This will wrap up our class using the request strategy. I hope you learned something today about the request strategy, and I hope you might find yourself using it within your own classroom. Thank you, and goodbye.